Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 16th, and we are on our way north again. We just left the tent site / hut. It's a little after 6 a.m. I left pretty much exactly at 6. Got hit with a nice stiff 300-foot climb in just a quarter mile getting out of that little valley it's in. So I got the blood pumping real early. But we're on our way, made the climb. On our way to Mount Pierce. It's only 3/4 of a mile from the tent site to Mount Pierce. So we'll be on our first summit quite quickly. And we'll be on our way. Got multiple huts along the way between Lakes of the Clouds, Mount Washington Summit and all the facilities up there, and then Madison Springs. So hopefully water fill-ups will be a little quicker today without having to filter too much. Got about 18.5 miles to do today to get down to the lodge. So there's the big talk of this area is the bridge that's been closed coming down Mount Madison and the detour. My plan, given recent trip reports and what I've heard from other southbounders that I've passed to that have brought it up, is that the water's pretty low and it's very easy to cross the river down under the bridge as it is right now. So what I'm going to do is, for the sake of tracing the original Appalachian Trail that I haven't done, I'm going to take the original route, cross the river, and get dropped into Pinkham Notch right at the Lodge Visitor Center so I don't have to road walk down from the detour route. Like Franconia Notch, I've already done Wildcat Ridge. Don't need to do that steepest part of the AT over again if I don't have to. So we'll take the original route to the lodge and then pick up the detour from there and go up to Carter Notch via 19 Mile Brook, which is a new trail for me anyways too. So it'll work out in the end. So that's the plan for today. Should have only about 0.3 of a mile to Mount Pierce from here, and we will be rocking and rolling. The summit of Mount Pierce. True summit set back here. The marker. And just walk out a few more steps to the north and the view opens up to the northern presidentials quite beautifully. Look at that. What a beautiful morning. Looking ahead, big round one there is Eisenhower. You got kind of the sharp-edged Monroe there, and then Washington up behind. Fortunately, I get to skirt around the summits of both Eisenhower and Monroe, so that'll lessen the climbs. Get this day moving along. Gotta love it. Beautiful day. Can't get over it. The sunrise is just stunning right now. It's a little hazy. It's kind of making it a little moody, so nice light breeze. The air is still kind of cool. Sun's out. Can't ask for much better than this. From the tent site to Mount Washington to about 5.5 miles. So I should be able to get there hopefully in about the 9 o'clock hour, which is right when they're starting to open up. I think the facilities open at 8:30. That's when the COG and the auto roads start opening up. So I really like to get there before the crowds start showing up there. The last 2 times I've been there was kind of midday. One was on a full north to south Prezi Traverse, so it was like about noontime, probably 11 to noon when I'd gotten there, and it was hopping. And then last time I hiked with a group of friends and family, and we kind of took it easy, got a later start. So again, it's kind of midday. It was a busy Saturday or Sunday. Again, lots and lots of people up there. So it'd be nice to get a day up on Washington where it's a little quieter and kind of take in the sights and enjoy the summit sign without having to wait in line with a bunch of people in sandals. So looking forward to that, hopefully. So gonna keep pushing. 2 miles in, as expected, we have made it to the junction of the Eisenhower Summit Loop. Summit Loop goes that way. The AT and myself will be going this way. No offense, Ike. I do like Ike, but we're just gonna wave from below for today. Keep putting these miles down. Man, is it a beautiful morning. Can't get over it. I'll say it again and again. Sun's coming up. The lights skating over the summits. Look back. Pearson Jackson. Long Montalban Ridge, Mount Isolation over there. And then onward to the big dogs. Hello from the summit of Mount Franklin. Little spur trail pops up here. I'm not sure it's an official trail. It used to be a loop. It's closed off now towards the south. You can see the signpost down there before where it used to split off, but we're still open on the northern end. I don't think it's an official trail. I don't remember seeing it on the map, and I'm pretty sure for that reason I didn't come up here on my traverse last time either. But since it was a quick little hop, figured I'd just pop up to this one and take in the view. It's just too beautiful. Got Mount Monroe and Little Monroe over there, with Mount Washington in the middle. Those are up next. I have not seen a single soul yet. It's been an hour and a half of hiking, 4 miles almost. And I've been the only one out here so far. I know that'll change by the time I get to the hut, so I'm starting to wonder, will I get all the way to the hut before I see another person? It's a beautiful point of view from down here. Looking up at the summit of Monroe there, big craggy summit. It's a really cool summit. It sweeps all the way down here. There's Mount Franklin I was on a minute ago. Big sweeping vista into the vast dry river wilderness. The haze though, it's getting thick. Looking back towards Crawford Notch, you can see the Willie Range there. You can barely make out the Bonds and Franconia in the very way distance back there. But not very easily. The haze is thick. It's nice to be in the clear. Hopefully I have better luck this time than my last traverse where it was in the clear the whole time before and after Washington, but I was in a snow globe while I was up there for the 40 minutes I was there. But it decided to clear right after I came down, and it was clear until right before I got up. I think today I might be in luck where I'll be in the clear all the way through. Today's my day. And here we are at Lakes of the Clouds Hut. Made it here 4.6 miles. Just a shave under 2 hours from hut to hut. Not bad. We'll just fill this up, shake up some Gatorade in there, grab a snack, and head up Washington. Making our way up Washington. About a half mile past the hut. I got there and it was like post-breakfast mass exodus time. Everyone was just getting their bags all packed up and hitting the trails. It's like, oh no. So I filled my water up real quick, shook up my Gatorade, and got the heck going. I think I've passed about 24 people in the first half mile that had just taken off from the hut. So now I think I'm back in front as far as arrivals up this trail goes. It's gonna be close though. There's a ton of people. Should be just over a half mile. Summit's right up there above us. Next stop, Papa Washington. Just like that. Welcome to the top of the Northeast. Once I saw all those groups of people in front of me, it was a race. The challenge was on. Made it up here from the hut in 38 minutes. Passed so many people, so hopefully we'll be beating the crowds. Set up that summit sign before there's a line of tourists and grab a bite. And this is why I hustled to get up here. There's no one up here, and it is amazing. I've never been up here with it this quiet. I got up to the summit sign, I was the only one up there. Now there's only like 2 or 3 people over there. The crowds are coming, but we beat them. Nothing better. Well, that was awesome. I got up to the Mount Washington summit. I walked up to the summit sign without a soul around. Only like 2 or 3 other people ended up being up there while I was up there. I got one person to take my picture, thankfully, but that was it. I got to hang out at the summit building, alone on the observation deck. Got a buffalo chicken wrap and a cup of coffee and just sat in the cafeteria with like 3 other people for like 30 minutes. Mount Washington's a lot more fun before the people show up, I'll tell you that. Last 2 times I've been up here, it just wasn't that fun. It was just like, let's get out of here. It's just a madhouse. But that's more my style. Now I know. Come back here early. All right, we made it to the split to the Mount Clay Loop. AT actually goes down that way and around, and Mount Clay Loop goes up this way. And I am actually going to go up and over this one because last time I was here, turn the watch back on, I took the AT route below the summit on this one because it's not a 4,000 footer. So I skipped this one last time. So in the interest of bagging new trails once again, I am going to go over the summit of Mount Clay today. And there we have this pin and the cairn. We made it to the summit of Mount Clay. It's a beautiful view into the Great Gulf from here. Back across to the rest of the northern Prezzies. See back that way, you can go down to the Bay Station Road and Mount Washington Hotel down in the valley. Seems like it's a little slightly less hazy than it was earlier, but not much. Can still make out the Willie Range over there pretty clearly. So next up, it's got Mount Jefferson there. We'll skirt around the base of that. And then Adams. And then up and over Madison. And then we get to go all the long way down that ridge. Gonna be fun though. It's a beautiful day. Cannot complain one bit. Loop over Clay. Complete. Now we are onward. 3.7 miles to the hut from here. And then we go up and over Madison. Welcome to the White Mountains, where every step is just a prayer that the rock you step on doesn't move or stab you through the sole of your shoe. We've successfully pushed past, well, around the summit of Jefferson, coming down the backside now. Just get to the col down here, push our way up towards Adams. We'll just scoot around the left side of the summit up there, around Thunderstorm Junction. We'll drop down to Madison, which you can't see behind Adams there, and then we'll be up and over for the final push. We're almost to mile 10. All right, fueled up at Madison, back on the trail, just a half mile up that bad boy. 1 bottle of Gatorade, a stroopwafel, and a coffee cake from the hut. We are ready to go. Here we are. Made it to the summit of Mount Madison. Presidential's done. Now we just gotta head all the way down that big ass ridge and down to Pinkham Notch down there. It's gonna be a long way down, but at least it's down. What a day. And even better, check this out. I'm on the summit here, take a couple steps down. Boom! Perfect shelf for a rowing machine. It's a good one right over there too, and behind, right through that crack. These are one of the mountains I was worried about for my rowing on the 2Ks project. I could get a rower right here. Looks like Madison's gonna be a good one. We'll be back. southbounders get up this. This trail is gnarlier than I ever thought it would be. Did not realize how steep and rocky it would be coming down this side. It's mighty short-lived. Boy, is a section of trail like this a sight for sore legs. All right, just came down there and we have made it to the much bandied about bridge out over Madison Gulf here. So we're gonna head down the hill, check it out, see if we can make it across. We have reached the bridge. Let's see what we're in for. So this bridge here failed an inspection, and as you can see, has been closed for safety reasons. So, according to my intel, we just gotta dip down here. We should be able to either, maybe even rock hop, if not wait a little bit. Got my camp shoes if need be. Oh yeah. Looks rock hoppable right under the bridge here. All right, change of plans. I was originally gonna jump there. It would be super easy if that rock there in the middle was a little drier, but I tested that one before it and it was pretty slippery, so I wouldn't test just jumping 1 foot onto that one. But it looked a little bit down here. This mossy rock here is exposed. Then you could hop right to those dry ones, and this one's so exposed I can at least get 2 feet on it flat without jumping. One step. There you have it. Bridge is right there, and we were able to cross right there, no problem. So it's definitely water height dependent. If the water was even just a little bit higher than it is right now, it would make that rock would be underwater. Those rocks would probably be underwater as more wet than they already are. You might have a little more luck. It looks like downstream there, about 50 yards, is a pretty good set of dry rocks too. But if you're planning on following the regular AT route, despite the closed bridge, it is quite easily crossable down below. All you gotta do is just pop up through the woods here, and there we go. We're on the other side. Now we can head on down the Great Gulf Trail and get to our room for the night. Success. Now we got about 3 miles, just a hair over, to the Joe Dodge Lodge. I'm gonna crash for the night, and I mean crash. Presidential Ranges, no joke. And it is hot down here in the valley. That breeze is gone, and I miss it dearly. Back to the old stale air. Let's hope the bugs stay away. Damn bugs. Don't mess with me. All right, last landmark before the lodge. 1.9 miles. Crossing the auto road. We are off. Last segment. Let's go.